Welcome back, everybody, to RGL 6's Invite Season 7, Week 5. This is Team Fortress TV. My name is Lecrum, and I am joined by Tcmano with MarioManz on the cast. TC, how are you feeling about this game going right here? GlobalClan Ice versus MyAnimeList Black.
I am very excited. This should be a really good game. These teams are vying for that playoffs position, and this is crucial for them getting in there. The first three are basically locked out. You got Froyo, Witness, and G6 basically confirmed for playoffs at the moment. And so these two teams are just really trying to make their way in, so it should be a good match. I think the last match that I think you helped cast Lecrum was a very close one. It was 5-4 in GCI's favor, so we're gonna have to see if we have a repeat performance or if MyAnimeList be able to take it away.
I am extremely excited for this match. I did cast that match. It came down to the wire. It was extremely close. GlobalClan Ice able to pick up that crucial W there. I'm super excited to see if either of these teams have changed any of their strategies going into this match. Granted, that was on Snakewater. This is a completely different map. We've got Sunshine coming up here, and boy, howdy, do we love some Sunshine in TFTV.
Yes, we do indeed. And as we're getting a lot of ups in the server, we might as well go over the roster. I guess I'll take away GCI, if you don't mind. You're going to have Shamu and Zam as your... I believe Shamu is going to be playing that Pocket Scout role. And then, as well, you're going to have Ether and Kryptonite. Kryptonite just recently joining the team on a 2-day contract, so to speak. So he's probably going to be filling in the role of Speedy, who was recently playing Roamer for them. So you're going to be seeing Krypton on Roamer at least for this current match. And then last but not least, we're going to have Exile on Demo and Sky on Medic.
That sounds about right. And for the side of MyAnimeList, it looks like we have Azen on Medic, Psy on Demo, reprising that role from years past. Trip on Soldier, Saphirix on Soldier, I believe Trip on Pocket. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kev on Scout, and of course the indomitable leader Alpha on Scout as well.
Yeah, it looks like from how they have it right here, I do believe Kev is going to be playing Pocket Soldier actually, and it looks like Glimmer, aka Saphirix, is going to be on Scout, which I think is what they've been going with for a little bit now. So I don't know. These players like to switch and swap it up. They can obviously all anything at top levels of invite. So I don't think any of us should be worried about that. I am just going to be interested to see what they go with. As I guess we can maybe start getting into a little bit of predictions, as we do have all 12 in the server right now. I say that someone leaves, but we had all 12 in the server.
I do want to point out though, we do have the Season 7 invite regular season standings up on the board. We did, and I just wanted to point out the fact that MyAnimeList and GlobalClan Ice bringing up 4th and 5th respectively. MyAnimeList going 4-4, GlobalClan Ice going 4-5. For these two teams to be right in the middle of the pack right here, and to see what they did against each other in weeks previous, this game right here should be probably the invite rematch of the season. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential, because this can make or break these teams' invite playoffs aspirations, so to speak. Because for MyAnimeList, after this, I think they've got a lot of the top 3 teams, to go up against. So if they don't win this, it's maybe unlikely. Maybe they get an upset win over like a G6 or something to catapult them back into that playoffs run. But they really need to take this win away. Same thing for GCI. Obviously, they won against MyAnimeList last time they met, but they lost GCF, which kind of nullified that upset win, if you will, over MyAnimeList, because I do think people thought they were the favorites to walk away with that. But regardless, this is going to be hopefully a very close match, and as we're going to get into, I guess, predictions here, I'm going to go ahead and say MyAnimeList are going to walk away with it 5-4, because why not? But I think they are going to have what it takes to just edge it out over this GCI crew. I think, maybe getting in Crypt, obviously Crypt, really great soldier. No doubts about him, but maybe just throws off the coordination of GCI just that much, and MyAnimeList able to take it away. I don't know. What do you think, Lecrum?
So I'm gonna be on the opposite side of you there on that one. I'm gonna go 5-3 on the side of GCI. I think that with the W from the last time that these teams met up, they're just gonna bring the heat, or I guess they're gonna bring the cold. They're gonna freeze them out, to that 5-3 W.
It's definitely possible. And last map that they met on was Snakewater. This is Sunshine. I think Snakewater, a bit better for soldiers. Sunshine's really an all-class map, but if it's an all-class map, it's basically a scout map. And looking at the scout pairings, it's very interesting because you have Alpha and Shamu, who are probably experienced on scout. And both of their respective rosters. Alpha playing Invite Scout for a long time. Same thing with Shamu. I think maybe I would give the edge to Alpha a little bit, but they're fairly even. Same thing with Zam and Glimmer. I think Zam is fairly new to Invite. And Glimmer, he's been around in Invite for a long time, but this, I believe, is his first season on Scout. So I'm going to be really interested to see how these Scout duel out, as we are going live right now between MyAnimeList Black and going to be GlobalClan Ice. Going to be looking at Guy at this first mid as he rolls out. Looks like both of the demos are going to get there at around the same time. Looks like Exile just a bit earlier. Going to be waiting to get that arrow right now. Finally does get it. Looks like they are going to be moving to the right side. That is going to be GCI. However, Sky is so weak. And the soldier bombs are going to be coming. A huge one all the way from Trip. Going to be cleaning up Sky. Really great committal from him to just go for it. However, on the other side, AZN goes down. And that is a just wipe on the side of MyAnimeList. Alpha is the last one alive. He does get Zam. Can he get Exile? He is. So he is going to win that and taunt in celebration of his mid-vic. Really great stuff from the side of Trip to get that Sky kill. And I'm not sure who got onto AZN, but that was a collapse from everyone on GCI. I don't know. What you think about that, Crumb?
That was amazing. I mean, both teams came at each other real hard. They paused there at the very beginning of the mid to go ahead and just try and assess where each other were at, and then both the bombs coming out from both sides. Luckily, on the side of MyAnimeList, they were able to get that crucial bomb onto Sky and be able to pick her up. But it was amazing. That mid was very even all around, and then that 1v1 against Psy and Alpha just going down to the wire there. This is exactly what I thought from this team.
Yes, Alpha definitely clutched up. And so now, because both medics did die at around about the same time, we are going to be in a stalemate, the first one of the game. So it is going to be on MyAnimeList to try and do something here. Both medics now at about 100%. It's going to be probably on Tripwire to see if he can make something work. He's going to be poking around in this valley area. Kev, however, he does go down by Cafe, so now it's going to be on GCI to try and see if they can make something work. Looks like they are going to be peeking this choke side area. They're sending two through valley. That is going to be Crypt bombing forward. He jumps through. Looks like that was maybe a distraction play, and he just managed to get out through Cafe. So being a bit of a nuisance, just jumping around as much as he can. That is going to be him going right back into valley again from Cafe. And it looks like he went to scout a little bit, but he didn't get enough damage to get the kill. So it looks like things are going to reset Lecrum.
Yeah, I was just sitting there trying to fix my audio issues. I think I was using the wrong microphone. I'm not sure. I hope that sounds a little bit better. So I did want to say, though, that was a good hold there by GCI. Not a lot given up on either side of either team. I do kind of imagine that MyAnimeList might sack another person here just so that they can maybe set up an alpha sniper play, which has been seen all throughout the season, which has actually given them a good advantage a lot of times over GCI. So we'll go ahead and see what they're doing right now.
It looks like they are going to be peeking valley area. That is Alpha just peeking and prodding a little bit, but he's going to back up to the rest of his team. I do agree. I do expect to see they're even saying Alpha Spy. So they're already expecting, just because it's MyAnimeList so long to try and get something going right here. So they're already paranoid about the Spy because Alpha is so well known for favoring those off clocks. There's going to be Trip high bombing in through Val. He does get one rocket, then he gets another.
He gets the pop off.
That is a really great job from him. Unfortunately for Sky, she was in the point on second. That lighthouse is very hard to get away. It's a very close quarters, really great, timing for a soldier. So great stuff from Trip, number one roamer, maybe. So now it is going to be on MyAnimeList to try and push in here. They ideally want to get in here, Lecrum, without having to use their Uber. If GCI are good, they can force out. That is going to be the soldier flying through super deep. That is going to be Crypt just trying to make something work. But the collapse from MyAnimeList of these overextending GCI players. That is going to be Exile and crew getting the heck out of there. And look at that. MyAnimeList going to be taking second for free without having to use. Looks like they're going to be forward into lower right now. They're going to be leading it right now on side. They're getting it so much space without using whatsoever. Right, yeah, they are so deep, and now they're capping up the point. They're getting some time on the point now, and so now they finally do use in the face of all of these GCI respawners. And honestly, this Uber Lecrum isn't getting that much right now. They force out the Uber from Sky, but I don't think they're going to be able to get anything much. They do have a pick advantage over the side of a GCI right now, but I don't think that's going to be enough for them to dry push in, considering they do have a sniper of Alpha. So that was a good play, but not much happened there, Lecrum.
Yeah, not much happened, and the fact that GCI was able to, just like regroup and push off that Uber while still keeping Sky alive is really big for them. Now we've got Alpha kind of looking through lower on Sniper, kind of deciding to back out of there and come around to the next side. But I just wanted to point out the fact that, if they had just played the point a little bit better, GCI was nowhere to be found on the point. There was no point presence. If they had just played that point, they would have had that cap from the very get-go.
I agree. It's Alpha getting a nice headshot on the Crypt. That is going to open things up a little bit. Looks like they are going to be peeking this left side area, but a pipe on Alpha means he's going to have to go back and get some health. Yeah, Kev going to be taken down. That is a really great pick there. 2 down on the side of GC, but Glimmer gets taken down by the sentry gun. But Alpha,
big pick on Exile too.
A really good job. Sam is so weak. He does finally go down. And right now, there's only 3 up on the side of GCI. They do have her, which they are going to use right now on the Shamu. Shamu going to be trying to bully all those players out. Crypt getting a lot of damage. Shamu going to be taking one as well. Crypt on a 3K right now, just wreaking havoc right now on everyone on MyAnimeList. There's only going to be 3 up. Once again, on the sniper by his choke. And that was a really great defense from the side of the eye.
Yeah, GCI just pretty much took, the 2 down and decided to kind of back off a little bit. They did end up bombing into Sky and Alpha there at the very end to just try and push them back, and it worked perfectly. Sky going down, Aizen going down. Sky now with about a 40% Uber ad, looking to push in here on second. They don't want to let MyAnimeList get any sort of advantage here.
No, they don't. Looks like they're going to be walking through this valley area. Going to be taking it slowly, or going to be trying to milk as long as they possibly can. They're going to be getting some good space. That is a soldier bombing in super deep. That is going to be Trip forcing out the Uber, so great stuff from him to guarantee that force and Asian right now on 90, super close to their own Uber charge, so they're going to be able to walk right back in. Looks like they are going to opt to go Valley. They do still have Alpha on the sniper, so they're down technically a scout. Soldier's going to be flying in. Alpha getting a headshot on the Shamu. Really great stuff, and Trip in from behind.
Oh,
and Sky and Ether. Oh my god, that is number one roamer material there. Is going to be Crypt in from behind. Can he do the same thing? He gets one rocket. He does get the Uber Force. Asian going down super low there. Really great stuff from Crypt to get that Uber Force start, getting his team back into this game. They are going to be able to hold last. Bar Side getting a nice spawn camp kill onto them. Looks like he is going to peek it, but I don't think much of that damage is connected. He does deny the sentry gun. He's in pretty deep, actually. Sai is in really deep. The rest of his team flooding in here. This is going to be disastrous for GlobalClan. I say let this spawn camp go up. Now they have a scout on second, so we're capping it up slowly. Trip going down, but he's going to be trading out for Ether. Oh, my God, Alpha, and they're just going to get on the point. This is going to be great for MyAnimeList to get it. Really great stuff from MyAnimeList, just going basically mid to last right there, not letting GCI have any room in there, Lecrum.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. Just the way that they captured on that momentum, even with popping that Uber there on mid, that beautiful bomb by Crypt. just wasn't enough for them to be able to change the tides there.
It was not. So that is going to be 1-0 from MyAnimeList. That's going to be a soldier bombing in super deep. That is Tripwire. He does get a rocket on the exile, but it's not enough to clean him up. So now they are going to be down a soldier immediately. MyAnimeList, and looks like they are, just going to get the heck out of there. Going to be leaving through Valley right now. There is a scout pressing a little bit, but they are going to be able to safely get the second. Looks like GCI are going to try and peek through choke right now while they still have a 2-man advantage. That is going to be a soldier going. He does manage to stay alive. Really great stuff.
Sky though. Sky gets exile as well.
Really great stuff from Psy Guy to get that kill. I think Sky was just hanging a bit too much by that Valley area and just gets punched for it. But oh my God, Ether going in, going to be taking out Glimmer. Trip going down as well. Jian going to be holding back with Psy, just going to be keeping on to that Uber. And so now it is only Crypt and Sky alive, and they're not even connected. Sky just spawning now with the rest of his respawners, and really great stuff from the side of Psy.
Late death there by Crypt as well, which is going to probably impact them a little bit more. But it's huge, the fact that they just got a little too antsy there. I feel like MyAnimeList really wanted to try and push the pace there, but instead they ended up just bleeding players, and now there's an Uber getting popped out through choke from GCI. Switch those names. Switch those team names.
Yeah, there is a player back in forward spawn, but does get back to his last to rejoin his team. Looks like GCI going to be trying to peek this through bats, but everyone else on MyAnimeList are really scattered around. Asian is alone in the area, all by themselves. Actually, no, that's Alpha. I misread the names. So you're messing up, I'm messing up. But looks like we are going to have Alpha in behind, going to be trying to back up play. 1v1 in Crypt. Crypt does get the better of that, so good stuff from him to secure that. And so now this is going to be MyAnimeList on the back foot. Sky has 100 Uber ad right now to work with. It's a repeat situation. They are going to be coming in through choke right now. Really great stuff. They're awarded a lot of space. Tripwire going to be leaving through that cafe area, as right now there's still 3 down. They are going to get forward spawns on the side of MyAnimeList, so they're just going to posture up on second. I do think there's enough time for him to get Uber at about 84% right now, and Alpha once again on the sniper. He's been bringing out a few headshots so far in this game. Nothing game changing, so to speak, but he's definitely been contributing to his team.
Oh, say that picks up Zam in the Valley area.
Yeah, really great stuff from him so far, making it work. That is going to be Tripwire peeking this Valley area a little bit, going to be getting a bit of damage onto Shamu, just going to be distracting them as much as they can, but it looks like they're not going to be really doing much to a counter initiate. Be happy to hold second at the moment, and it's going to be on GCI to try and do something here, maybe try and get a sack going. Send in Crypt. Looks like Zam is on sniper themselves, so this is going to be a sniper versus sniper situation, Lecrum.
Yeah, SVS, you love to see it. It looked like Alpha was maybe going back to switch off, but decides against it. So we'll see who really can pull up the headshot here for either team.
Yeah, that is going to be a Zam going to be trying to work the angles, looking like maybe waiting for above. Yeah, they are going to go Valley to maybe try and get a cheeky headshot into a soldier, maybe in out of position Asian, but looks like they're not really finding much.
Oh, Zam going deep here though through Valley. Not seeing anything here. Does decide to back up. One help does end up going down to Saprix though.
Yeah, that's I like the play. Basically at that point it's the sack, but they weren't able to find anything with it. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is going to be Kev super deep. I do think they do get a rocket on the Sky, but it's not enough at the force. And it looks like here we do have the counter initiation from Ether going in through choke, but Alpha going to be picking them up with the SMG. Glimmer going to be taking down Crypt, and now this is going to be a workable advantage for the side of MyAnimeList. They are going to be pushing through this valley-sided area, going to be leading on Glimmer and Psy right now. Just going to be trying to get through without having to use as much as they possibly can. But the initiation from Trip, he gets one rocket on the Sky. Sky has to use. Really great stuff from him to get in through cafe area completely unnoticed. Nobody knew he was there. Really great stuff from that. And so now MyAnimeList are going to just back up the second and going to work this potential Uber ad to GlobalClan's face. GlobalClan are going to be trying to get the force here, Lecrum, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get it necessarily. It does look like they are starting to back up a little bit here. Crypt trying to go in, but Uber does get forced out into choke. and not a lot being picked up on the side of MyAnimeList right now. Zam does go down, but that's not really that much of a pick there, with Sky sitting at a crispy 70% right now.
Yes, and they've been leapfrogging a lot of leapfrogs on this midpoint so far. Not even just because it's been a one Uber and then another Uber. It's just one team holds it and then they eventually give it up, then another team holds it and they eventually give it up. So it's been a slow back and forth, so to speak. So this is going to be on GCI to get back in here, but it looks like MyAnimeList is going to be trying to rush the flank. Alpha does go down, and so does Trip, so that is going to be fairly bad for them. GCI didn't even have to use, so this Uber ad is still a threat. Asian are going to be getting theirs, but when they're down 2 players, I think this is a repeat of what happened last time. MyAnimeList being down 2 players, but they force very early this time. They are going to use it to keep all their players alive and intact. Crypt going in super deep, but he does get taken down.
He does get thrown in. Sky does go down to Trip, though. That was a terrible surf. You hate to see that happen.
You do indeed, as MyAnimeList is going to be pressuring this cafe area, going to be trying taking down the demo. How Exile is so weak on 20 HP, gonna just able to, no, he does go down to the scout aggression of Alpha and Glimmer. Glimmer gonna be taken down, but you know, they won the mid, and that is worth a scout death any day of a weak. Sky now getting up, so is gonna be about 50% ad for MyAnimeList.
Yeah, they just kind of collapsed on them there after that failed Uber push. I think the Uber push should have come out a little bit earlier from GlobalClan Ice to try and take advantage of those 2 players, but by the time that they got there, they already had one of the spawners back into the fight.
Yeah, they did. A bit unfortunate timing there on the side of GCI. MyAnimeList does use through Valley, which I don't think they had. In any case, GCI kited that perfectly, not losing anyone to that Uber. So now they're going to be at Uber at themselves, but they are in the position of pushing out of last. Definitely hard to do, especially when you have the threat of backcaps. Alpha in the sneaky bush position, just going to be hiding. Maybe he's playing for a backup cheeky pick on someone peeking Shutter. In any case, he's going to be trying to make some plays for his team.
Sky does walk out. He's going back for the backup. Does end up getting Exile. Running back to the backup. It's going to be a race between both the scouts and the soldier coming in to try and face Alpha. Alpha 2v2 does go down to Zam, though.
Yeah, and Trip, as in that, and all of that chaos, does manage to find Sky and get the force off. So now Asian almost at 100% themselves, and so this is going to be very disastrous from side of Clan. They do manage to force out Asian, going down so low there. Really great stuff from the soldiers to get that, but they're losing so many. Zam and Ether going down. They are going to have to get the heck out of lobby. Luckily for them, they did cap, so it's not going to be an immediate roll from the side of MyAnimeList. They are going to have to cap. Tripwhite going in, he gets denied. A really great sticky from the side of Exile. So now I do think that is going to definitely be a stalemate we're going to be looking at here, Lecrum.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a stalemate as both teams kind of just post up and try and get that Uber. It does look like GCI wants to kind of go out though. Zam going down to Alpha real quick. They might have to call this off before they lose too many players. That's not what you want to see when you're trying to kind of hold that last. But, you know, sending somebody out there to maybe get a pick could end up changing this from a stalemate into a push. However, nothing getting picked up by Zam, and they'll be spawning up here real quick.
Yeah, they will, as we head into another stalemate. Going to be, once again, looking at or Trip to get something going. They have been kind of a standout players from MyAnimeList so far. Just getting the constant force and med kills on the Sky, and Alpha just being the sneaky kind of a scout player that he is, just managed to find a lot of openings. Looks like the both soldiers are going to be on this left side air, maybe trying to spam out the sentry gun, but it is not spammable from that side. It is behind the point, actually. So it is going to take a bit of effort to spam that out before an Uber push, which I guess is what they're banking on. It looks like both soldiers are in dungeon. Oh, they are going to spam it out. They know angles that don't, so that sentry gun is going to go down. So that means that one of them can maybe sack in and don't have to worry about just getting pushed into the Sky. Kev goes for the point. He does get a rocket onto Exile, but that's not going to be enough. Trip taking out a sentry gun for the 3rd time in a row there. So good job on him. It looks like we do have a soldier sack right now from Crypt. He's not going to find much, Lecrum, so we are going to head back into another stalemate.
Alpha does take him down, immediately going back to try and switch out onto Sniper through the spawn there. Just classic Alpha. Classic Alpha. Can we just say classic Alpha in chat? That's classic Alpha right there.
Definitely doesn't like run those off classes, and he's good at it. So, you know, if it works, it works. So it's going to be on him to find the angles. I wouldn't be surprised if they know about it. Crypt was on the sniper. I mean, he was on the spy, and it looks like he was checking for off classes. So, yeah, they do have Shamu on the counter sniper. So this is going to be another SVS, but this time with Shamu. I do think he gets the headshot on the Alpha, but Alpha is being beamed, so doesn't die to it. So Shamu taking maybe the early lead right there, but it is going to be one of these snipers to get a pick, and we're just going to be trying to work the angles in the meantime to try and get it.
Oh, and as we say it, Alpha does end up picking up Shamu there on the crossover. Alpha crossover to the right side, seated. Maybe he can press his luck a little bit further, and as he does, so he gets Sky right there.
What?
Oh my god, beautiful headshot by Alpha, busting open this last point.
Really great stuff from him. Doesn't even go down side. Gonna be taking down the sentry gun. They're on the point right now. The MyAnimeList Uber is in, but unfortunately they don't really seem to be getting that much. Trip is almost so low side as well in this dungeon if a soldier chased them. Oh my god, Alpha just ringing out headshots, I think, on the Crypt. He's doing so much work right now, and he does eventually die to Shamu in that right area. And we do have Sai finally leaving. Shamu just jumped on his head but didn't shoot him, so Sai is going to be able to get out of there. Looks like GCI going to be trying to out of last right now. They do have a bit of, they don't even have Uber ad. They're just going to be working off positioning and damage to try and muscle their way back in. But MyAnimeList are just going to be trying to focus fire them down. That soldier is so weak, and I do think that's going to be enough for GCI to get out.
There. Oh, very close there, but Exile picking up Safrix there, and then Sai picking up Shamu. It's going to be back to another stalemate, I think.
Maybe. It looks like GCR are going to be trying to poke in here. They do have a player ad right now, and see with Trip going down. Yeah, that's going to be 3 down. So that should be enough for GCI. Yeah, that should be enough for GCI to get back onto this point. That was very unfortunate for them. For MyAnimeList, oh my god. Alpha with another headshot. He's right back on it, and he's ringing them out. He gets another headshot. I think onto Egg, he gets beamed back up, but this man has a thirst for blood, and he's hitting the shots to make it happen, Lecrum.
He is. I mean, you know, and that's the thing, is like when Alpha's on, Alpha is on. And, wait, no, Sky hit the crosshairs. I thought Sky was going to go down again for a second time to the Alpha sniper. Oh my god, that would have been just absolutely disastrous for GCI on this this next point.
That definitely would have. Alpha's still on the sniper. I mean, it's been really working. He basically guaranteed his team a push because of it. So he's going to be peeking this valley area right now. He's protected by his combo. Looks like that is going to be a soldier flying in high. Oh my god!
Alpha ringing out the headshots like the Liberty Bell rings for freedom.
Oh yeah, he is doing a ton of work right now. That is going to be Ether going down. Kai and Shamu really stuck by this cafe area. They're just scared of the sniper, and I don't blame them. They are going to take the Uber in into obviously By Valley. Kev on the banner right now, giving his team that bit of extra. I'm not sure what banner he's on, so I'm not sure what he's giving them, but he's doing something. But that is the Trip going down right now, and GCI have enough players to try and refight this. Alpha going down, Kev going down. This is disastrous right now for MyAnimeList. We're just going to be trying to back out of there. Sai going down as well. It is only Glimmer and AGN getting the heck out of there. And what was such a great position for them has just gone back on its head. That is going to be a soldier fly in high to try and get onto AGN. He's not going to find anything. And really great stuff from GCI to just nullify that push, which was looking so good for MyAnimeList.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is the banner was out too. There was the buff banner, I believe, and as we're saying this, Exile going down to Safrix, and it looks like MyAnimeList just pushing right back in where they left, but each team kind of playing their mids. Safrix going down to Crypt, Alpha taking down Crypt as I say that. It's just a back and forth here as Asian goes down.
Oh my god, that was very unfortunate. MyAnimeList were playing with fire right there. I don't think Asian had, but Sky definitely did. So although they had, I think, worse position, they were just forced out and they just weren't expecting the Uber. That is going to be Trip, however, collect Zam in the valley area. So right now, it is really only Shamu left here on mid. He is going to be taken down, and it is going to be even Uber Ubers as both of these meta spawn at the same time. I think Sky is alone though, so it is going to be a bit of Uber ad for the side of MyAnimeList. That is going to be a scout going in super deep. Sky's going to have to actually back as well because there's just not enough of her players up to protect her to get out of forward spawn. So very unfortunate for GlobalClan. Icevere relegated once again to their last. Let's see if they can make magic happen again and push out of their last again, Lecrum.
Super unfortunate, and there is the Uber advantage on the side of MyAnimeList. However, it's not to the point where GCI is absolutely going to get rolled into this last. The gun is going up on the side of GCI with Zam there protecting the point.
Yeah, the gun is up, this time in a different position, not the behind the point position that was easily spammed out by the soldiers. So maybe they're going to try and do something similar again, try and spam it out and then go for a sack play. Seems to be the safest and most logical choice right now. Looks like they are just going to be trying to see where they can maybe get in one of their players, because it's going to be beaming up both of their soldiers. Looks like, yeah, they are going to go to maybe try and spam out the sentry gun. Oh, but the sentry gun does get Trip and Kev going down as well. Really bad stuff right now for the side of MyAnimeList. So this is going to be grounds for GCI to try and push out here, Lecrum.
Absolutely, it's a huge grounds for them to push out, and they need to. With 5 minutes left in the server, you got to start making things happen here. Lots of damage coming out from Crip. Crip does end up picking up Sapphirex, and it looks like MyAnimeList is kind of stuck back here on the back foot. It looks like they want to take this Uber exchange onto GCI. I don't know if that's actually a right thing to do. The pop does go Alpha, but Alpha does get dropped. It's just the demo and the medic alive on the side of MyAnimeList, and they have to back out here. The Uber not getting popped out from Sky, holding onto that Uber, going into this next point.
That is terrible for MyAnimeList. Kev, however, on the salvage sniper, this man is a very dangerous, probably more known for it than his soldier, to be honest, but he does not get the shot. He does manage to get out through Cafe. He does live to snipe another day, so it's going to be very good for him if he can maybe try and force GCI and make sure that they have to use to get in on the second. They are going to use going to be flying through Valley. The Exile just going to be trying to lock out the shutter, which they do manage to do. However, everyone on MyAnimeList were able to get out and back to their last, so that's going to be really great for them. However, they are in the dangerous position of pushing out of last. We saw GCI do it a fair few times successfully, so we're going to have to see if MyAnimeList can replicate that performance, Lecrum.
Yeah, and of course you're always going to want to have to look out for that back cap from GCI as well. It looks like MyAnimeList taking it out from the left side, pushing out really deep with that Uber. Uber does get popped out super early. Shamu going down in the fight against Alpha, but that's about the only thing they pick up with about a 60% ad on the side of GCI now.
Yeah, and that was really interesting. I don't know if you saw, but they had like 3 players in lobby, devoid of an Uber, just waiting for any back cap attempts whatsoever. And if Shamu had won that 1v1 against one of his scouts, I think Alpha, then he would have had to run into Trip and Sai. So they were definitely hard defending against it. It's going to be a Soldier Ether flying in, going to be trying to get onto that Soldier by Cafe. He doesn't, and the Uber comes out. This is disastrous right now for the side of GCI. We do manage to take down Kev. I think that's all we're going to manage to get. I don't know if we're going to be able to get outside, flying in super deep. He does get one sticky on the Sky. Sky is so weak right now. MyAnimeList, they want to go forward. We're going to take down Crypt as well, and it's only Exile alive. I don't believe they're going to be able to get out. Actually, really great sticky jump from Exile. They might actually be able to get out. Going to be flying through again. Exile gets out.
Getting chased out Exile there.
That was a great attempt from Exile to get the heck out of there. Unfortunately, going down so late only for extended spawns, but still a really great attempt. MyAnimeList, though, we're going to have a really great chance at pushing in here.
100% Uber. Uber does get popped out on the left side. Uber going very deep in here. Only the Soldier up on the right side. Lots of point presence, and the point does go to MyAnimeList. It is a 2-0 with 2 minutes left in the half.
Yes, a very, very slow back and forth round right there. I'm not sure how long it was, but it was a long time. It's basically what I'm gonna say about that. But good stuff from MyAnimeList to eventually walk away with it. Now we are gonna be on our third mid, 2-0 for the side of MyAnimeList in the first half right now. It is going to be side. Looks like MyAnimeList are going to be opting to maybe go this left side area. Soldier bombing in super deep. That is going to be Crypt going in behind. Alpha is hot on his heels, going to be trying to take him down. He does manage to get him while he did have the skill state.
And also the huge bomb coming in from the side of GCI as well.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my god,
really
Sky!
good damage.
Oh no, Sky goes down! Sky goes down to Alpha as they push across a 1v1 between Shamu and Alpha there, and Shamu does end up getting picked up by Psy. Sam, the last one alive, and does end up getting just cleaned up by Safrix. So a very, very clean mid there for the side of MyAnimeList, and just everything seems to be going in their favor. Nothing seems to be going the way of GCI.
Yeah, well, it goes the way of GCI, and then MyAnimeList just something out of a bag, and they managed to switch it up and get right back in it. So, good stuff from them to always stay in the game. So now this is once again going to be BCI to defend. We've seen them defend plenty of times for MyAnimeList right now, so we're going to have to try and do it again. Side taking down that sentry gun fairly early. Good stuff right now. Looks like they are going to be trying to play the point. Glimmer just on it, sitting on it, getting a bunch of cap right now. That is going to be the soldiers just flying around.
On the point, and they just let their scouts sit on the point. There is no point presence at all from GCI.
None whatsoever. And that is going to be 3-0 for MyAnimeList. Definitely a strong showing for them, showing that, you know, they've worked on themselves since they last played GCI, and they are eager to walk away with the victory here.
Yeah, eager to walk away with the victory, and not only that, but just showing, like, almost just dominance right now. Dominate against GCI. GCI seems so scattered throughout a lot of their pushes, and there were a couple times in the early stages of the match where MyAnimeList had a few broken up Ubers to push into last, but every time they were able to recoup, they were able to send somebody in, they were able to, you know, either send Trip or Kev in to really pick up a crucial pick onto Sky, and you know what? It's really looking like GCI's got to like really figure out what the hell they're doing here.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I guess if we're gonna get the stats on the page, the first stat that pops out to me is it's Alpha 27 and 10. He is having a field day, getting the frags, you know, being that scout for his team. He's 9 and 4 on sniper, so he's just putting in work everywhere he goes, essentially, but also just the medic def disparity right now. AGN on 4, Sky on 8, so Sky is basically doubled the amount of Asians deaths, which is very unfortunate because there's definitely signs of life in GCI where it looks like, you know, they're pushing out of second. You know, they've gotten the frags, they're pushing in the mid, and it looks like, you know, they can make it work, but just somehow Trip or Alpha are just able to get onto Sky and, you know, either get that force meaning that they have to use right there, or, you know, getting the kill. Not really that many drops, but definitely a lot of unfortunate medic death times.
Yeah, and I mean that's huge, you know, when you're going in, especially on Sunshine, where, you know, the mids are so like swing you so hard into the second and last point. Once you're on that second point, it's just a few meters away through that shutter to the last. So the mids are extremely crucial, and if your med goes down right there at the beginning, you're clamoring to try and get something set up to be able to even hold that last point.
Yeah, you definitely are. As a you know, GC had some fairly good last holds and a you know, pushes out of last. So, you know, that they've had that working for them, but I think what they really need to change up are just these mids. You know, for one mid that they won the 20-minute round one, and even then at the end of it, Mal walked away with the round win. So they've definitely got to make sure they're not getting mid to last, because we know how quick that last round is. And if that's gonna happen in the second half, then they are gonna be in dire straits, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. It really seems from my perspective that MyAnimeList is setting the tempo here, whether it's slowing it down with Alpha on Sniper or pushing it hard when they've got like almost no advantage. They just seem to be setting the tempo, and GCI just seems to be like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. And I think GCI just really needs to come in a little bit hotter and a little bit more desperate, honestly.
Yeah, they definitely have on it to try and take it away from MyAnimeList, because, you know, at this point of the game, it really is MyAnimeList game to lose. They've been having you know, a fairly good time so far, and if that last round is an indicator of how future rounds go, they should have this in the bag. But it's up to GCI to try and make the adjustments, you know, the changes to try and get their team coordination up and running, so to speak. Let's see here. Any other stats that really pop out to you Lecrum as far as I don't know, edge or anything goes?
As far as like the whole, I'm not really seeing anything else really popping up. Like you said, that medic disparity is huge. 8 to 4 is just a little too much on the side of GCI. They really got to start protecting Sky a little bit more, especially on those desperation plays from MyAnimeList, because MyAnimeList just seems to be just like finding the way out of it, like just being able to like push forward and like taking the advantage there off of those things.
I 100% agree. And so I think it's going to be, maybe on the combo side of GCI to maybe, secure up, tighten the ship, get things going, and they making sure that they're sticking together. Looks like they are going to be finally changing up the conflict. We do have one team ready up. That's going to be MyAnimeList. They've worked out any halftime talks that they are discussing, but so far so good for them. I mean, at the end of the day, they're up 3-0, so not much they would necessarily need to change. It's really GCI that are having to maybe try and change things up, shake things up. But do you think they're going to be able to get back into the second half of Crum?
I really do think that they can do it. I've seen them readjust at halftime before, and honestly, if they just like don't give up and they keep trying to find ways into breaking MyAnimeList spirit here, I mean, they just need to be able to find the ways into last. Honestly, they get all the way to second and then they drop too many players, or they do something and they slip up and Sky dies. And if they just correct those mistakes, I think that it'll be perfectly fine. I think that they can bring this back. I've seen people come back from 3-0s before. I've seen people come back from 4-0s and win it 5-4. So, anything's possible.
Anything is indeed possible. Looks like we are going to be waiting on Kryptonite as everyone else is in the server. Maybe Kryptonite had to go take just a little break. Maybe get some food or soda. Hydrate. Hydration always important. Make sure to keep yourself well hydrated. But just gonna be looking out. Yeah, it looks like he is gonna be joining back in. So we are gonna be going live right now. This is gonna be the second half of MyAnimeList versus GCI. Currently, MyAnimeList are up 3-0 right now in this match as we enter the second half. Once again, gonna be looking at Side Guy on his rollout. He's going to be entering, just going to be lobbing a few C's across the mid right now. He's just waiting in this valley area for the rest of his team. He's kind of getting locked out a little bit. Really good stuff from Exile there to advantage of that. It looks like both teams are going to be opting to meet in this cafe side area. That is going to be Trip going down very early. Zam going down as well. Ether on top of the bell.
Big air shot from Trip to Kev.
Really great stuff. Oh, the stream caught that, but it looks like MyAnimeList might be bullied out right here as they're down another player. I think they were disconnected from one of the players who was up, so yeah, they are just going to back up on the second, and that is a successful mid-win for the side of GCI. Not super dominant, but enough for them to secure it. They don't have anyone capping the point. I guess they're just waiting for Zam to eventually come up and do that. Now they're going to do up. Looks like Crip was super low there on 13, just getting the heck out of there. So now it's going to be on GCI, and we're going to see what they do to try and break this stalemate, Lecrum.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to say just though that for that mid, I think them pressuring Sai and just kind of locking him into that valley area really helped them get the space that they needed to like walk forward and actually just win that mid. So if they can keep doing that mid after mid, we might just see this come down to the wire just like last time.
We definitely could. It wasn't anything flashy, but it worked. At the end of the day, if it works, it works. But we do have a soldier bomb in onto Sai. Really great stuff from Crypt. I think that was just a sync rocket onto him. So that is going to be a demo down on the side of on the side of MyAnimeList. Crypt BMing Sai, saying open question mark smiley face, which I think Sai BM'd him earlier in the match. So a little bit of BM going on between the teams, but MyAnimeList just getting a bunch of frags in this valley area. Ether and Shamu going down, so whatever advantage they had with Sai being down is all for naught. Trip is Trip in a crater right there. Two of a combined scout spam on the side of GCI. So I do think this is just gonna basically go once again to a stalemate. Neither team really having enough of advantage at either time to really go forward. But still, a lot of great plays, individual plays going on there, Lecrum.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw so many members of GCI go down there on that what seemed like a mid or on that second push. my heart started beating real quick because I was like, oh god, here they go again. They just made that same mistake where they think they have the advantage, but then they send people in and just get cleaned up. It was huge that they got side, but they just weren't able to capitalize on any of it.
No, they definitely weren't, and I'm not sure when an opening like that is going to present itself again. Hopefully they can make it happen, as they are going to be peeking Valley once again with basically their team. Just going to be trying to get it, maybe distract as a soldier does come in. That is Crypt, but he dies.
Sticky trap.
Very unfortunate.
And I'm sure there's going to be a counter sack here. Indeed, it is from from Trip. Trip does go down equally as fast to Zam. My God. It's back and forth at this point, and it's going to stay like this. And you know what? This actually favors the side of MyAnimeList. They want this to keep happening, as Glimmer does, or as Sapphirex does take down Ether there.
Yeah, really great stuff. Just, denying all of these single soldier sacks, which is what you should expect at this high level. You don't really expect a soldier to just walk in and delete your medic from the game. So it's going to take a bit more, and I'd like to see, in this case, GCI do a little bit more to try and get an advantage here. Maybe go for a two-man sack, maybe go for, a pressure play or something like that to try and secure the victory. Because, Crypt basically struck, I think, as much gold as they're going to get with that pick on the side guy. So I want to see maybe a bit more involvement from the rest of the team to try and get an advantage here. Looks like Zam is going to be on the sniper, however, so that is going to be their answer to this stalemate right now. Going to be in Valley. Let's see if he can make something happen, Lecrum.
Yeah, throw a Minecraft reference out there. They may have struck gold, but you know what? Just right beneath that might be that diamond that they're looking for. And it could be because of Zam's sniper here. Zam going down pretty low in Valley. Not really seeing much here. Just some soldier scout peek outs. But Zam does like to peek real deep here, trying to find any sort of opening.
Yeah, he is. Looks like they are. That is going to be Mount just going to be checking these flanks while everyone on GCI is huddled up in Valley. But yeah, GCI going to be returning to their kind of more normal hold of mid. And once again, it's going to be on Zam to try and make it happen. He is going to be peeking now through Cafe, maybe trying to get a cheeky pick onto an overextended scout, or maybe just a little peek inside. But I don't think he's going to be able to find much. Side does have Spy Cafe that maybe he's hoping someone, walked a bit too forward into. Zam going to be peeking that choke side area, not really hitting much as of yet, but eventually he's going to hit something. That is the threat with Sniper. You let him have too many shots, and eventually one of them is going to connect, and it's going to be disastrous.
Yeah, both soldiers for MyAnimeList trying to jump over there and spam out Zam. Zam is getting a lot of free room here, though. Not really connecting with much, but that's not the thing that Sniper really needs. The Sniper really just needs to get that room, because if there's any room, just get any pick he wants, really.
Yes, if he has got, head shooting ability.
As I say that, Zam taking down Alpha as Alpha peeks in. We get the Soldier Bomb in from GTI, and Sapphirex goes down to Ether. That's exactly what they needed. Tripwire taking down Zam, picking up Tripwire. And just like I said, that's all you needed. You just needed that one important pick. You needed that one thing to really just push the momentum and the tempo here for GCI, as it looks like they're actually going to be trying to push into last here.
Yeah, it looks like they are. They've got to be very careful, because they still have a sniper on the board, so they can't really commit that many people to trying to force AGN right now. They do send in Crypt, which is understandable, so now they are going to have to back up, maybe wait for a counter sec from the side of Mal, but it looks like they are just going to have Alpha once again on the sniper class. Actually, no, he's on Pyro instead. Actually, no, he's on Spy. He is just changing it up, leaving me guessing. So if I don't know what he's doing, the GCI definitely don't have a clue. So he's going to go
with a chameleon of TF2.
100%, and he's definitely a chameleon right now because he's invisible. You see that? So, he's on that spot. He's just going to be sneaking around, trying to, he's going to be getting some info for his team at the very least, telling them where they are. They should know that Zam is on Sniper. He's going to be peeking this top area.
Oh, he does get in, though. He goes in, he gets Ether as Kev does pick up Zam, picking up Alpha there, but that's 2 down on the side of MyAnimeList. GCI. GCI does have to back up here. They're down 2. It looks like they want to push in from lower there. The banner does get popped out. The conch popped out from... Oh, and it's a 1v1 as Shemu picks up Kev there. A little bit of back and forth. No Ubers popped on either side, though, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Trust me, we're going back to our trusty stalemate here.
Oh, 100%. TF2 is nothing without its stalemates. A great attempt on the side of MyAnimeList to make something work there. I really like seeing the banner plays from Kev. As he is going to take down Shamu, so really great stuff from Kev as well to get that pick and, you know, maybe deny. I don't know, maybe Shamu was just running in there to try and spawn on Sniper, because Shamu as well likes to go Sniper. Maybe a Shamu spy? I wouldn't be against it, because right now at this moment they have to try and make something work in onto their last. It's great that they got to this point, but, you know, this is the end game.
I do have to point out, though, Alpha again on Spy did get that one pick. It seems like these pick classes are just, like, too much for GCI. They're either not aware enough of the time, or they're just, like, overextending themselves to the point where it's actually possible. So Alpha coming in here from the back lines. Nobody looking towards the sides of Shutter. Alpha going in. Sky no! To Alpha! Kev picking up Ether. Alpha picking up Exile as well. And that was huge for the side of MyAnimeList, as they only lost Alpha with Zam and Shamu, the only ones left up.
Wow. That is incredible. That, in a blink of an eye, 4 people on GCI just all disappeared from existence. I think Sky was confused and genuinely thought Alpha was one of her own. That is very unfortunate, but it's great for MyAnimeList, as now they have 100% Uber to work with. They are going to be trying to go through this cafe area. Looks like they should be successful. Crypt going to be trying to deny them with a bunch of spam. He is going to force out the Uber, and he is going to die because of it. He got the Uber, which at the end of the day is the most you could have hoped for on the side of GCI. So now you're going to be looking to maybe try and do a, once again, one of those little pushes back in onto mid. A soldier flies in. They do trade out Kev for Eber, and Shamu going down as well. Glimmer just on a roll right now. He gets another one on the Exile. Glimmer doing work right now on a 3K. He is so low in that whole entire fight, but Trip going to be taking down an overextended Zam. I think Zam was trying to rush down Glimmer, but a really great job on to keep Glimmer alive. That is going to be enough for MyAnimeList to push in, but there's no one on GCI to defend.
Wow.
And that is going to be a 4-0 Lecrum.
Wow. I'm not going to lie. This match has gone the exact opposite of what either of us had thought that it was going to go down to right now. The 4-0 right now, pushing out onto this next mid. This is huge. Less than 20 minutes left for GCI to try and capitalize and do anything for this match.
Yes, they do. You know, 20 minutes is a lot. They definitely can do it, but with the pace they've been showing, I'm not sure if it's possible, but this mid would be the start, if it is possible, are going to be just trading spam across the point. Maybe GCI a bit scared to take the initiation, but that's okay, because MyAnimeList is going to do it for them. Kev going to be taking down Sky along with the help of his friend Trip. Alpha going to be taking down Shamu. Alpha right now taking down Exile as well. This is disastrous for GCI. Zam going to be taking down Alpha, but that's not enough. Ether is backlines. He's in cafe right now, just going to be trying to stay alive as much as he can. Maybe going to be trying to deny the cap up of mid. That is exactly what he's going to be doing. He does take down Glimmer. Great stuff. Crypt here to help him as well. Oh, he is going to get one rocket, but AGN with the crossbow kill.
That crossbow kill does, I want to say it doesn't seal the fate for for GCI, but MyAnimeList is looking like they're in the driver's seat here with an almost like 70% Uber add on to GCI.
Yes, this is going to be very hard for GCI to do. You know, I believe that they could maybe hold out this incoming push from the side of MyAnimeList. They've done it a few times and they've managed to get out, but it's just everything in between that seems to have, I don't know, caught them a little bit off guard. But the Uber coming in fairly early from the side of MyAnimeList. They are using through lower. That gun going to be taking down Glimmer, but Sai going to be taking it down. So now they're just going to be trying to get point time right now. That is going to be the scouts running through, but so much carnage on the side. GCI onto MyAnimeList, and that's a wipe.
Yeah, that's a wipe. That's huge. That's huge for GCI. That's exactly what they needed. They need to cap this point and they need to keep going forward. Oh, we do see Glimmer, aka Sappers, on Spy, just kind of chilling in the corner here. This could be disastrous for an already shaken GCI.
Yeah, that is going to
get sent out towards Glimmer. They didn't even notice the flash of Glimmer there, the glimmer of Glimmer, if you will.
Yeah, he's going to be doing of distraction plays trip, but he does die for it. So now this is going to be GCI going through Cafe. Let's see if they can make something of his Uber. Ideally, they don't have to use.
Sky absolutely awareness go down.
Oh, that is terrible now for them. So now they are still going to be trying to go for it, maybe just try and get as much space as they possibly can. Just going to be trying to pick down any players that are overextended, but everyone on MyAnimeList just going to be going back in with the Uber as they now have Glimmer taking down Exile. Oh my god, you can't be letting that happen. You know there's still a scout up, but they're on last. They capping that whole entire time, so they just tried to get to last. I like that play from the side of GCI, just maybe trying to use the chaos to your advantage, but it did not work out in there with Glimmer getting one too many picks, to be honest.
Yeah, too many picks and just left alive for too long. It's almost like they just forgot that Glimmer was there on spot. It's like they just considered themselves, oh, we're fine, you know, or they just picked our medic, and they're still alive, let's just leave them back there. No, you can't just do that with a spy on the board.
You definitely cannot. As the Uber comes in from the side of MyAnimeList, they have secured this second point, just going to be trying to get all the frags they possibly can. They do manage to take down Aether, so it's 2 down on the side of GCI. Everyone else on this last point just going to be trying to tap out the chokes and get a last defense here, but they got to get ready, because right now MyAnimeList is going to be trying to bust through. Right now, they do have a heavy Zam going to be taking down Kev, but Trip and crew are in. Glimmer is going to be on the play. He is taken down.
Sky does go down. Crypt is the only one left up standing. Ether. Oh, with the just disrespectful air shot from Psy at the end to seal their fate. That is going to be a 5-0 for the side of MyAnimeList. Absolutely redeeming themselves from the last time that these two teams faced. Wow, what a match.
That was a heck of a match, especially if you are a MyAnimeList fan. Really great stuff from them. They definitely showed up, and they, proven that maybe that last game, not a fluke, but definitely they have recovered from it and overcome. They're stronger than they were. The later episodes of the season always better than the first, so to speak. But really great stuff from them, and that does do wonders for their playoffs potential right now. How we're just going to be looking at the stats for the halftime, and once again, AGN only dying 1 time, Sky dying 5. That's pretty unfortunate, Lecrum.
Yeah, no, that's like I said, that was huge. That if they weren't able to correct that, then nothing was going to change in this next half. And obviously, with just the increased deaths here, it's just again that you can't leave your medic out to dry right there and expect your team to be able to push forward and win any of those fights.
No, you definitely cannot. Really great stuff from all of them. I do have to say, definitely shouting out Trip and Alpha, as well as Glimmer, especially in that second half. That med kill was phenomenal, as well as that follow-up onto Exile. Definitely putting in the work, so to speak. And looks like we might have some combined logs to show you, at least some logs from the second half. I don't know if there's anything that strikes your eye, Lecrum, other than the med death differential.
I mean, just pointing it out there, just like the damage overall from MyAnimeList, just about 4,000 more in total over that of GCI. The kill differential, though, is huge. Alpha absolutely went PogChamp. He destroyed GCI. 37 and 16, 10 assists. He was just on fire. 252 DPM. He had 8 headshots. He was just a menace. He was a menace. Alpha's been a menace all season, and he continues to be so. The next highest in kills is Tripwire with 28, Glimmer with 16, Glimmer with 25. It just like the combined damage there. Exile was putting up some good numbers, but just nowhere near enough to be able to pull his team from perdition.
Yeah, really, really great stuff. Well, from all those players that you mentioned before. And just looking, that is going to take MyAnimeList to 5-4 in the season, securing their kind of 4th place spot right now, and going to be trying to look at the future, their future schedule. If the RGL webpage can load, please help me. But I do think they have some tough games ahead of them. I think they're going to be facing G6 as well as a Witness and Freo, and an upset over one of them would, I think, almost definitely secure their playoff spots, so to speak, against a maybe GCI or GCF. If one of those teams got a few upset wins of their own, but a really great stuff from them, and just a fantastic match to cast. Yeah, I do think that is going to be it from us here at TF. My name's Tcmano, joined by Lecrum. We've had MarioManz on production, and just gotta shout outs to all the teams playing. Shout outs to Twitch chat, and shout outs to MarioManz for producing this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, MarioManz. Thank you, Tcmano, for being my co-caster here tonight. And we appreciate every single one of you who came in to support TFTV and Team Fortress 2 as a whole. Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Good night.